This is part 2 of the MLA crash course, and now we're going to look at paraphrasing. I highly recommend paraphrasing because you will be able to use your own words to paraphrase someone else's research. So you could read various pages from an article or a textbook or a book about a topic, and then you could use it in your research essay and put it in your own words. You just have to cite that source. For example, mother-infant attachment became a leading topic of developmental research following the publication of John Bowlby's studies. So this writer has paraphrased Hunt. Again, paraphrasing allows you to read an article or a book and then put it in your own words, and you could also include that author's claim, which is their main point and probably the point that you are arguing as well. When you paraphrase from multiple pages, which again is awesome because you can read multiple pages and then put it in your own words, you just have to list all those pages. So for example, this writer is citing page 50, page 55, and pages 65 through 71. The core elements of the works cited page. Again, this is the MLA formula. So all you have to do is continually use that MLA formula for all your different sources. Last name, comma, first name, title, publisher, publication date, location is either going to be page numbers or the URL. And so, for example, the first work I have cited, which I made up, is in print. And I know that because I have included P. 1 through 4, pages 1 through 4, and then a period at the end. Also take notice of all of the punctuation. The punctuation is important. If the location of the source is web, which 99% of the time in this day and age it's going to be, then you would include the URL. And again, I just made this up for this slides presentation. When citing an entire website on your works cited page, use the following format. Notice it is lengthy. Editor, comma, author, comma, or compiler name, period, the name of the site, period, version number, comma, name of institution, organization affiliated with the site, the sponsor or publisher, comma, the date the resource was created, the URL or permalink, and finally the date you accessed it. So when you are citing an entire website, the rule of thumb is there must be an editor or author or compiler name. I know it says if available, but this is really important because that's how you know a website is legit or credible. So anything else you can leave out if you can't find. There's going to be a name of the website. There may not be a version number. There should be an institution, but there may not be. There should be a date. Lots of times it's only a year because it may say edited in 2020. There will always be a URL, of course, because you just copy and paste that. And then whatever date you accessed it is the last thing that you include, and then the period. A book with one author is cited as seen here. Author's name, title of book, publisher, and the year it was published. A book with more than one author orders the authors in the same way they are presented in the book. So for example, Gillespie, comma, Paula, comma, and Neil Lerner. Notice the order of the names. The first name is last, comma, first. The second name is in the correct order, first name, last name. If there are 3 or more authors, list only the first author followed by the phrase et al., which means and others. Notice the example here. Please click on the link More About Citing Books and Authors. And here again, we are at the OWL at Purdue, where you can find information on how to cite anything and everything. So here's a book with one author, more than one author, 2 or more books by the same author, by a corporate author, every kind of book and resource that you could ever imagine, you're going to be able to find on this website. The works cited page is always alphabetized by the author's last name. So your works cited page will always be in alphabetical order by the author's last name. If there is not an author, then you alphabetize the work by the title so that your works cited page is always in alphabetical order. And you will practice that today. The works cited page is double-spaced, hanging indent. The title of the works cited page is always works cited, and it's in the center. And all works cited on the works cited page must also be cited within the text. Please check out both of these links, as well as this video that teaches you how to set up your essay and write an academic essay step by step. And finally, this is your assignment. You are going to create your own works cited page. These are the 4 sources that you will be citing. So you will click on each of the sources and you will create a works cited page. I've created a Google Doc for you that will get you started to make sure. So if you will simply file and make a copy, you can rename this copy with your name, and then you can fill in your name, the date, and the last name. The title, of course, is Works Cited Page, and you're going to cite each of those sources. So you will need to click on the source and find all the information that you need for the MLA formula. And then when you have finished with all of the sources, you want to make sure you put them in alphabetical order. And this is the assignment that you will turn in for scoring. So again, you'll click on each one, cite each one. The works cited page also has a hanging indent. So I have shared with you how to hang the indent in Google Docs. When you are finished with your works cited page, please submit it. If you have any questions at all, please email me and I will help you work on your works cited page.